I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna try and make 5 strong connections. Those 5 connections can be influential to the rest of your life. Today, we're gonna be talking about how you should be investing in yourself to get where you need to be. On today's episode, we are gonna be talking about investment. Invest. That word, just get your notepads out and just write that now. This word is so important, especially in the media industry, because if you don't invest in yourself, who's going to invest in you? So let's start off with a quick question. Do you invest in yourself? If you answered yes, amazing. If you answered no, we're going to have some serious words. In this day and age, it is so important that you invest in yourself, especially if you're in the media industry, because you may think that all these opportunities are going to get handed to you, but I'm going to be real with you, it doesn't always work out like that. This is why it is so important that you invest in yourself. An investment can be paying for a course. An investment can be buying your first camera, or an investment can be going on a shoot and taking a hit on your normal rate. But all these things are investments, and they're so key to your growth. So let's just go deeper into it. So let's start with a story from me. So I learned very early in my career that I need to invest in myself if I'm going to progress. I thought I was going to be using all the big boy cameras like the FS7 at the time and an Arri Alexas and all of these stuff, but it turned out I wasn't getting booked for those jobs. I was getting the bookings where I was using the little cameras. It's not to say that the little cameras aren't great, but we all know we want to use the bigger cameras, and if you'd seen the footage from them, you're like, so this gave me a determination to step out of my comfort zone and start to invest in myself. This led me to buy my first cinema camera, the Sony FX7. Whew. This camera was heavy, this camera was amazing, I still love it. I'm not using it right now, I've moved on from that relationship, but we love you FX6, wherever you are. But the problem with the story is when I actually went to go buy that camera, a few things happened to me. I had a bit of a battle in my head of, I'm buying this camera, but can I afford it? I'm buying this camera, but is it the right thing to do? Should I rent the camera first? Should I do this? Should I do that? There was a lot of doubts. I think at the time, buying a camera that was that expensive, it was scary. I'm not gonna lie, it was an investment, a scary one. I put myself out in the deep end and I said to myself, if I can't swim, I'm gonna drown. And luckily, I came out swimming. But the reason I tell you this story is not to brag about what I did in my time, but to tell you that you are gonna have to invest in yourself to better yourself, because this camera gave me opportunities that I didn't have before. So although up front I had paid a lot of money, on the return of that, it gave me so much opportunity and it gave me so much knowledge that I didn't get before. The opportunities that I was able to get because I was an owner of an FS7 changed my whole career. It allowed me to go on shoots that were bigger than what I was doing. It allowed me to get into a different kind of market, and it allowed me to just expand my knowledge. And this is something that is so important, that it's just getting those experiences. Whether it's you rent a camera, you buy a camera. So even if you feel you need to learn or you want to learn about a camera, just rent it. It's so easy to rent now. We have things like Fat Llama or just all these different things which can help. In the USA, I do not know what you have, but I know you have something somewhere. It's things like this that will help in your career, because you have to be willing and able to do what other people are not doing. Another way to invest in yourself is to learn and learn some more. In this day and age, we are so lucky we have YouTube. YouTube is the biggest learning platform ever. When I was younger, we had an encyclopedia. If you don't know what that is, do your research. But we have so much opportunities just to learn, and your time is so precious. I know at the moment we have things like Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat where everyone's just scrolling, but if you're going to get by and if you're going to do good in your craft, you have to sacrifice and invest your time in something that's going to help you. So if you invest your time in learning, whether it be a free course or even a paid course, you're actually invested in something that will help you in the future. And I even encourage you to pay for a course. And I know that might sound crazy to you, but I have good reason behind it. In life, we are given so many things for free. Like, I can go right now onto my computer and watch a movie. Couldn't do that before. We would have to go to somewhere like Blockbuster, which was what we had before Netflix. But if you have a product and you have paid for it, you have sacrificed something. And with that sacrifice, it does something to your brain. It makes you want to learn more. You have parted ways with something, which we would say is money, and you're gonna learn something. So in your brain, it makes you more encouraged to learn. Whereas if you have the whole of YouTube, you're like, oh, it's just YouTube, I can just use it anytime. But if you've paid for something, you own it. And then you are like, I wanna learn because I have paid for this. And I don't know about you, but I don't like wasting money. So if I'm buying something, I'm using it. So like I said, use what you have available to you. If you can't afford to pay for a course, use YouTube, use something, speak to someone, shadow someone. There's so many ways that you can learn. Another investment that you can partake in is working for free. This one is kind of looked down upon because I know a lot of people do get taken advantage of, but you can learn a lot from working for free. I'm not saying that you should work for free forever, but everyone has to do their 200 hours of learning to become a professional. The great thing about working for free is you can learn a lot. You can make connections. You can meet people that are going to be influential in your career. And I can attest to all of those things that have happened to me. Even my background is a statement to that. Upon doing an internship, I made great connections. Those great connections then turned into a job. That job then turned into a freelance. That freelance then turned into a network of people that were willing to work for me because they had a proven track record of what I could do. And working for free to get all of that is a pretty good trade. I can't lie to you, at first, all I used to get is expenses, so I can just get my lunch and my travel. But now the pay that I get for doing a job, it was worth it. That little sacrifice of time, it has helped me tremendously. And I believe in you getting paid for your work. 100%. I believe if you're working hard, you should get paid for a job. I've had to leave internships because they wanted to pay me, but they don't have a job. So by all means, when you need to jump ship, do a dive, do a cannonball, but make sure you make it worth your while. Go there with a plan. Even you say, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna try and make 5 strong connections. Those 5 connections can be influential to the rest of your life. So do not count out working for free. Another investment, what I've kind of touched on, is networking. In this industry, you need to make friends. I do not have enough friends. Will you be my friend? I'm joking. Or am I? You do need to make friends in this industry because you never know who you're gonna meet and who's gonna help you out. Even in case you just go to a little function that's a media networking kind of thing, you meet some amazing people, and it's always good to have a good network of people when you work in the media industry. I randomly get messages sometimes from people just asking for different crew members, and because of the people that I know, I'm able to then point them in this direction, that direction, and off the back of that, I get work of that. I know if you're an introvert, it's not so easy. I'm also an introvert, but this is why I say try and bring your personality to everywhere you go. Even if it's just you being a smiley, happy person, that is part of your personality, and that can warm up a whole set. So make sure when you are out and about, even when you're just walking, you don't know who you're gonna meet. So make sure you network, because that little investment of time, it can make you some dime. I should have been a rapper. I really should have been a rapper. So yeah, that is all I've got to say on this subject of investment. Do make sure you invest. I want you to be investing more and more. Even this week, if you just invest some of your time in doing some research or just researching a new YouTuber who can teach you something, you are not sure who's going to invest in you except for yourself. So if you make sure you are invested in you, anything you get on top of that, it's just a bonus. So invest, and then you will be the best. But sometimes it hurts, but that investment can work out to be your greatest advantage in this game. So I hope this has been helpful for you in some shape or form. So do drop a comment, do drop a like, subscribe, because I'll be coming out with more information to help you become the best you possible. My name is Sinclair, and I will catch you on the next one.